Hey everybody, welcome to ProBROknow. Three brothers, three opinions, one topic. How you doing, brothers?
I am good. Wade, you?
I'm even better than you.
Yeah.
Why are you so good, Wade?
I just am. It's a
I
nice
think it's
day.
because
He's
you're drinking
microdosing.
that fancy tea today.
I am drinking tea. I'll talk
Or
about
sorry,
that.
coffee. Pardon me. You
You
can talk
keep
about
calling
that.
it tea. It's
I know.
coffee.
It is coffee. I have to get with it. Yeah. But anyways, today is my turn for topic.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah.
And I do it like every third one is my turn.
Hasn't felt like that though.
No, has it felt?
Has not
we've
felt
done it.
equitable at all.
One-sided to you?
Two-sided. Well,
Well, maybe you want two topics today? I could do that if you want.
sure.
Okay.
But I'll settle
What's
with
the
the
first one?
So the first one, and I hope you guys can relate. I know it's something that I'm going to take a ribbon for this. I just know it. But so I want to talk today dentistry, but specifically what I'm referring to as white knuckle dentistry, which is what applies to me the most. So what do you say?
Anti-dentite. That's what I say.
Let's dive in.
Anti-dentite.
Anyways, I'm bringing this topic to you because you guys know, or maybe you don't know to the degree, because it's getting worse for me every year. I struggle so much at the dentist. I'm at the point, like you were talking about a Seinfeld reference there. We could do a Seinfeld episode.
On you going to the dentist?
Yeah, probably. Because I've just gotten so over the top for me. I don't know. Do you have any issues with the dentist? Like, does it bother you to go or anything?
I don't like going. Like, if that's the question, yeah, it's not my favorite place to be.
Yeah, but you get like, for me, I'm at the point that I get anxiety about going.
No, not me.
You don't get that?
No, I don't like going. Obviously, I go, but yeah.
You do go? When was the last time you went?
I went 2 days ago.
Oh,
Did you?
I had to get a new crown. Yeah, I busted my crown.
did they actually clean your teeth when you went?
No, I tell them not to do that, Wade.
Well, I can tell. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I apparently didn't make it to my last cleaning either.
You
How
actually
many, hang on, how many cavities did you get last time you went there? Like
several.
12?
Several.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wait?
You're exaggerating.
They basically just give you a
8?
brand new set of teeth.
Hang on, wait. Was it 8?
I'm not answering your question.
Yeah,
I
'cause it
don't
was
recall.
8. It was 8.
I don't
Was it
recall.
really?
Yeah, he got 8 cavities.
Get out of town.
I don't
Yeah.
recall.
Talk about brushing teeth. Obviously, Wade
You're not
does not.
going to be doing any Colgate commercials. Well, that's totally different. Your cavities is totally different than my topic, which, well, it is directly because obviously if they were looking after my cavities, that would be where the anxiety comes in. But I've noticed that as I've gotten older, I mean, I had some experiences when I was younger with just not great dentists. And no offense to any of the good dentists out there. I did have a couple bad experiences, but what's happened is for me, well, you guys know I have a horrible gag reflex, right?
Yeah.
So the idea of anybody's hands, in there, tools, whatever, it doesn't work for me. It's just a gag session for 45 minutes when I'm in there, and I'm like ripping the leather off the handles of the seat because I'm in there like stressing so badly about what's about to happen.
Chad walks in the door. He's like, before he even gets in the chair, he's just in the waiting room going.
When they you're in the chair and they spray the water, like they want to give you a rinse.
Yep.
And they go like they're. Chad's in there. They do that, and he's already getting waterboarded. He's like, oh! It's like they're like, it's just I'm rinsing your mouth.
Just stick bamboo under my fingernails. It's no different.
It would be better. I mean, honestly, that's probably would be better for me because it's at the point now that when I go, like, I'm not even joking. My palms are sweating right now, talking about the fact that I would.
Come on,
I would
seriously?
I'm not kidding. You want to feel them?
Not really. No.
They are. They're sweating.
But you always have sweaty palms, though.
That's not true. That's not true. What do you say?
See, so you actually went like 2 days ago to the dentist?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I went probably a week ago, and I didn't have a great experience.
So what was the problem with your experience?
The freezing wasn't taking. So she froze my mouth with several needles and then started drilling, and I was like, oh! She's like, oh, do you feel that? I'm like, yes, I feel that. So then she froze it again, and then she waited, and then she drilled again, and I was like, oh! Like, oh, you still feel it? Yes, I still feel it. And then she's getting mad at me because I'm jolting when she's drilling. It's like, you're scaring me. I'm like, okay, but it hurts. What do you want me to do? So she put tons of freezing in my mouth to the point that when I went to the washroom halfway through, my legs and arms were shaking. from all the freezing.
That wasn't from the freezing.
I don't even know what to say about that.
I thought there was a joke there, but I'm going to leave it alone.
I'm not even sure what the joke is.
I'll leave it alone.
Yeah.
So you OD'd, you basically OD'd on the freezing.
I did. She said, "Oh, that's from the freezing. I gave you a lot to try to get through it. It was crazy. Yeah, it wasn't fun. I'm not like, I don't have anxiety, but I don't like it. Like I'm white knuckling as well because I just don't like it. I'm irritated, but I don't have anxiety.
Yeah, I avoid going for a cleaning, a general checkup. I will wait until my mouth is like flaring with searing pain before I will go in, because I know that feeling that I get of just going in there is so intense for me. I like, and it's gotten worse every year. I don't know if it's an age thing or what it is, but I mean, literally now I'm at the point that I have to do fully sedated dentistry. If I get a cleaning, you probably got to knock me out.
You're taking nitrous just to get a cleaning done?
No, not nitrous. Like put me to sleep and wake me up when I'm finished being cleaned.
Like propofol.
Yeah, Michael Jackson style.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So you said
And it's not cheap either.
last time we talked about this, they gave you laughing gas, and that wasn't enough, right?
No.
You were like, no, turn it up.
No,
give me more.
It's true. I said to the guy, I'm going to have to do that. They were talking about sedated dentistry. Have you ever tried that? Because every time I go in, I'm gagging, and they're like, "Oh, stop gagging." I'm like, "If you think I'm trying to gag,
What are they doing at this dentist office?
I know
that you're
exactly.
gagging.
Right? I know. But it's stupid. Like I can't even touch my.
How big is the dentist?
How big are his hands?
No, I mean, like, it's just how big. Like, is he a big guy?
He's got super large, thick fingers, eh?
He's got giant sausage fingers.
What?
No, the problem is that it's it's silly. Like do you brush your teeth when you're brushing your teeth, or brush your brush your tongue? I meant to say brush your tongue. Do you brush your tongue with your toothbrush?
Yes.
Do you, Spence?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I can't do that. If I touch the toothbrush to my tongue, I start gagging right away. If I stick my tongue out too far, I gag right away. So
if you
can
stick
imagine,
your tongue out too far, you gag.
100%.
Like right now, if you just stick your tongue out, you'll gag.
Let's see
Yes.
it.
No, I'm not going to do it. Why would I want to do that?
Do it.
Do it. I'm not
Do it for
going
the audience.
I'm not going to do it.
Just off camera, but just do it and then see if you gag.
I will gag. I'm pretty convinced. I spend my life feeling this way. It's okay.
Put the camera on us.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay. Spencer, have you ever seen Chad take a COVID test?
No. Well,
So Chad,
is that where he was like, as they're putting his nose back, he's still going back, and they're still trying to like hold his head? He's trying to, like, get away
Chad,
from it?
I was here when Chad was doing a COVID test in the bathroom. Even putting stuff up his nose, he gags when it goes up his nose. So he's doing a COVID test. All I hear is, and he's slamming the floor in the sink with his hand, doing a COVID test. It's funny.
Unfortunately, it's true. I'm like, I got tears in my eyes from laughing, but it's true. I can't do that. I can't put something up my nose either.
Now, if you put something in your ear, do you gag?
No. Well, I will say this: if on occasion, I've like just gone too deep with a
Q-tip.
Q-tip.
Yeah.
And I will get that sensation like, oh, geez, I could gag. I don't actually gag, but I'm not kidding. Like if it just,
Chad, when you feel resistance, you're supposed to stop with the Q-tip.
well, Q-tips don't really give me an issue like that, but
So is the dentist putting his big sausage fingers in your ear as well? Is that?
yeah, that's it. Wade. Yeah, I asked for a ear massage while I was getting a molar replaced.
Do you do ear candling at the same time?
That's right.
So when you put a Q-tip in your ear, you're actually getting a gag reflex on that.
I don't physically gag, but if I'll tell you what happened specifically is I had one in my ear and I was doing something. I was multitasking in the bathroom. So I put it in and then I went to do something else and I picked my arm up. And when I picked my arm up, it hit the edge of it and it knocked it in farther and it triggered a gag reflex.
How deep did you go with that?
Deeper than I was supposed to, clearly.
Well, the other tip came out his mouth. But
The end of the thing was I could taste the Q-tip.
it's a very cute, curly Q-tip. Goes right through.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so back
Anyways,
to dentist. So
yes.
you can't even...
No, I really can't. When they ask me to, when they want to just do x-rays, the usual x-rays, if I put that cardboard, as soon as they put their fingers in there, they start putting the cardboard in.
You're just gagging.
I'm gagging, and they're like, oh, I need you to not gag. I'm like, what do you want me to do? I've said to them, don't do it because I'm not going to be able to do it. If you don't need to take these, do not take them because I'm not. And then she gets the cardboard in there, and I'm fighting the gag the whole way in, right? And as soon as she gets it in there and she says, crouch down.
Crouch down.
What are they doing at this dentist office,
Where
Chad?
is this dentist office? Jesus. No, as soon as I have to clamp down on it, then it just makes me gag again, right? So it's very tough.
Well, I don't know. How often do you go to the dentist, Spence? Are you pretty good about it?
Yeah. Well, obviously we got benefits at work, so I try to use those, right? So I think it's probably every quarter, I think, for cleaning, or every 4 months for sure.
Good for you. I have benefits too, but I'm terrible about going to the dentist because I hate it so much.
Yeah.
When I went in January, I had to have x-rays done.
Yep.
And they put that cardboard piece in. And because of the way my teeth are and the
The
roots actually,
keloids or whatever.
I don't know what you even call them, but my roots kind of stick out at the bottom.
Yes.
And those cardboard pieces hurt.
Yeah, they dig in.
They dig in, and then she's like, bite down. I'm like, I can't. It hurts. And she did. It felt like 30 x-rays of my teeth, and I was in so much agony. And she's getting mad at me because I can't do it, and I'm moving. I'm like, I can't help it. This kills my mouth. And it's the same thing. It's just that feeling of that piece of whatever it is in the back of your throat. It's not good.
It's not good. The last time I went in, I had to get a cavity filled, and I said to the dentist, and I tell him every time I go, listen, I've got some anxious issues with this. I'm sorry. I know it's self-inflicted, whatever. I'm not anxious about anything else in my life, which is really bizarre. This is the one thing. No,
you're anxious when you go in the water with the snorkel on to fix a boat. Then you get
I was in the dark.
Yeah, well,
breathing out of a little 1-inch plastic tube 10 feet below the water.
So I guess that makes you anxious, is what you're saying.
I mean, I just clearly couldn't figure out how to breathe.
That's what
I couldn't figure out how to breathe. Right?
We should do a whole podcast on that story. That would be a funny story.
That was funny.
It wasn't that funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, so no, I said to him, you just remind me, he said, well, do you want to try sedated dentistry? And I said, sure. I thought, this is it. I'm finally going to do something that's going to get rid of this. So he says, we'll use the gas. So he turns on the gas and he says, okay, you should be feeling better now. And of course, I'm thinking, yeah, I don't feel anything. Can you turn it up? He's like, well, no, just give it a second. Nothing happening. I'm like, turn it up some more. And he's like,
you didn't feel anything?
No. I was sweating too bad out of my hands or whatever, waiting. So I'm like, give it a little more. He's like, I can turn it up a little bit more, but there's limits of how much I can put on. So he said, let me just turn this up a bit. I'm going to walk out for a minute, give you 30 seconds, come back. He says, okay, how do you feel now? I'm like, no, turn it on. It's not on. He's like, no, seriously, it's on. I said, crank it to 100, whatever you got to do. I'm not feeling anything. I'm like, I'm serious. I'm ripping the leather. They need to replace the chairs.
And are you talking that frantically? Are you that frantic the whole time?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for me to know from the outside, but probably. But they have to reupholster the chairs when I'm done my cavities because I'm like ripping the leather off of the arm.
Who was in the chair? A raccoon?
To the armrest.
So then what happened? Did he crank it?
So he turned it up to, I don't know what the percent is. I'll call it 50%. But he says, I'm only allowed to do X amount of percent. I said, whatever that is, do that and then add another 25%, because I'm not feeling it. And so he said, he did it. And I said, I barely feel anything. He's like, listen, you have more than I've given anybody else. You're going to be fine. And so they start doing their thing and I start ripping the leather off of the chair with my hands. When I say white knuckling, I mean, there's no blood in my hands because I'm grinding them into the seat. And as they're bringing their hands in, like I'm bringing my head back rather than like, don't move your head. I'm like, I can't help it. And then they reach in with the tool and I go,
we got to get a camera, man.
I know.
We got to hook it with a GoPro next time you go to
we should absolutely do that.
GoPro Dentistry, that would actually be kind of
absolutely do
that. That's what I'm dealing with.
One of those cameras that are like, you've got like the brace on and then the camera's way out here. So we can just see.
So you can get their hands in there.
And then we'll show it on a podcast.
I think we should do that.
100%.
That would be actually hilarious.
That would be horrifying.
No, let's do it.
No,
they must love you. They must.
Well, listen, every time I go, he's always assured, like, you'll be fine. We're going to be nice and gentle, all this, But by the end of my last appointment, he says, okay, we're going to have to refer you to somebody else because, seriously, this is too much. And I said, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I get it, but I cannot help it.
You can't be the only one like that.
I'm sure there's others, right?
Which is why they created sedated dentistry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't sound like it was sedated at all.
Well, it was not. No, sedated in my mind is wake me up when it's over.
And you've had that.
I have had that. That's what I had to do for the last appointment I had, right? Because I went
They
to
completely knocked you out?
Yeah. So I went to this. I had to get a tooth pulled. He said, I can't fix this tooth. We're going to have to pull it. Oh. And he said, I'm going to suggest that we're going to have to send you to like full sedation or whatever. So they gave me another appointment, and I went in there, and even then, even though I knew they were going to fully sedate me, I'm sitting in the chair, and the girl said, I'm the girl that's going to, I'm going to administer, whatever, propofol or whatever it is. And I'm like, so how much are you giving me? Can you make sure, like, is it enough that I won't wake up? She's like, you're not going to wake up. I'm like, but how much is it though? Because I weigh a lot. Like, how much are you putting in there? And I'm still like grilling her, and I'm thinking, okay, you're such an idiot. Why are you doing this? But it's really gotten horrifying for me to go. Honestly, I don't understand it. I really don't.
So they yanked the tooth when you were under.
Yes.
Did you feel anything?
No.
Yeah, see, that's the way to do it.
I think I would do that.
I had a horrible experience with getting an extraction.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like when you're lying there, I mean, I've had extractions, obviously, normal prior to this, fear that has just come over me. Mm-hmm. But, the guy he's like basically got 1 foot on the chair, and he's leaning over, and he's reaching in there, and he's cranking with these things, and you hear...
it's basically you're getting tortured.
Yeah, you hear all the cracking and everything.
Yeah, it's doing. So loud too as it's cracking.
Yes, I can't do it.
I know. Well, the last time I went, he was doing that too, and I think my tooth split. And so as he basically had like your fishing pliers basically were in my mouth.
Yeah,
and he's like,
did it taste like pickerel?
No, but he was like turning it, and then like it was all this pressure.
Yeah,
and you can tell he's really like he's got 2 hands and he's trying to really refit. And his hands are almost shaking. He's putting so much, like exerting so much pressure.
And you're thinking, if this thing slips,
I'm dead.
Yeah,
like he's gonna come through
right through your cheek,
out my eye. I'm gonna take this.
It's gonna be like Chad's Q-tip.
Seriously,
that's right.
I'm gonna have needle nose coming out my eyes, and
I know that's.
But he was cracking, and just that sound, like it's just disgusting.
Yeah, I know, and that's
and your body knows like you're getting hurt seriously here.
Well, you can't feel it.
I know. I couldn't feel it. I was frozen, but my brain was still like, this shouldn't be happening right now. Mm-hmm.
You're like, why can I see the end of pliers in my cornea?
No, honestly, I didn't like it at all. Yeah,
I'm very lucky. I've never had an extraction, but I've watched my son.
You've never had a tooth taken out?
Nope. Wow. But I watched when Zach had his.
Don't worry, he's got the
It's coming
out next week.
Coming.
Yeah. I can't wait. Then we'll talk about that after
the next podcast. I'll be gumming the microphone.
That's right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's what happens, Wade. It's really gotten to be tough, and I probably have to go get like hypnotized or something.
Yeah,
because
it's just
it literally is starting to just make it impossible for me to go, and I do not understand where it came from.
I do find that when I go, I always sit with my hands sort of folded like this,
and they're mine are white because you're grinding your hands together.
But I don't realize I'm doing it. I'll just be sitting there, and I think I'm just relaxed. But as they start, they always like pull the needle back like this so he can really, see how long it is as he's trying to get in there. And I'm just like, oh my God, don't look. But I find that as I'm sitting like this, nice and calm, then as it goes on, I think I'm really squeezing, because I look down and I'm like,
their hands are white.
I think I'm squeezing too hard.
Yeah,
my fingers hurt. So then
I do the same thing. Like I've tried to psych myself out and say, just relax, just put your hand, just hold your hands, just put them on your lap, just relax. But then, like you, I look down, and I mean, there's no skin color left because they're just completely white. That's where the white knuckles comes in.
Yeah,
from doing that.
Yeah, I think mine are resting on my lap, but I have a full on fist the whole time. I'm just like
you're ready. You're just like balled up, ready to punch the dental
just because
hygienist.
I'm just tense, and I like you. I have to kind of go, oh no, relax, open your hand, it's okay. But I know I'm tense. I dislike it. I have a disdain. Like it just irritates me.
One of the guys that work for me, and I know you guys remember Will. He likes going to the dentist. As a matter of fact, he falls asleep when they're working on his teeth.
There's no way.
I'm telling you.
How does someone do that?
Well, there is times that I've been having my mouth open and they're doing a filling or
and you feel relaxed, like you want to have a nap.
Almost like I've caught myself snoring. Like
what?
And then I'm like, oh, yeah.
No way.
How's that?
I don't know why, but I have.
Okay, so
like not sleeping, but I have snored.
Do they ever give you the block so your mouth can stay open?
Yeah.
That's way more comfortable.
Oh yeah, I don't like having to hold my mouth open.
Oh no, because I start getting this.
Yeah, my it does start shaking.
Like it's shaking sometimes. And it's hurting.
Yeah. I just don't like that dental dam.
I know. Yeah, the rubber dam. I think they call it.
Whatever they put on there. Because then it all is on like my lip, and they go to take it off, and I got like this long stringy saliva that they're pulling off with it.
The dental dam.
Yeah, it's like a rubber dam that they put in, and it just
They cover the tooth. If they're working on a tooth, they'll isolate it and push it through the
through the rubber,
but then like your whole mouth is.
I think the idea is it's supposed to be catching all the stuff that they're grinding away, and it just gets caught in that instead of going back in your throat, because then you have to enjoy the.
I don't know if I've had that. I've had
the back.
They called it a triangle, and it just kind of went in the side of my cheek to kind of protect my cheek from the drilling.
So all the stuff doesn't go down your throat. Which that's another thing I have. I got a question for you.
What's that?
I know when they're putting the rinsing, and then they get the right,
and it sucks your tongue up.
Yeah, it does that sometimes, and then they'll pull it out, whatever. But they never get all the water, right?
I
and then
know.
I feel like I don't want to swallow this.
I know.
Because I don't know
it's
what's
true.
in there.
I know.
But inevitably,
You have to.
I forget, and I'll just I'll swallow. I'm like, oh my god, I just swallowed it.
Well, the worst is, when they're doing the work, I often feel it like collecting in there.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's okay if you have to swallow. I'm thinking, I don't want all that.
Yeah.
Broken tooth fragments and whatever else you got in there.
Ground up tooth and
Yeah, it's gross.
filler and
Exactly.
but you kind of do like the half swallow. You're like, like you're trying not to swallow, and it's just
Yeah.
just in the back of
not
your
good.
throat.
I hate that.
It's so
awful.
true. No, but it's just, there's just nothing about it for me, unfortunately, that is calming, soothing, whatever you want to call it.
We should probably say this is not about dogging on dentists,
No.
because there's lots of great dentists, and it's not that they're not trying to be torturous.
No, I don't think so.
But it is just not for me a pleasant experience.
Yes.
And clearly not for you.
I would like it if they would come out with something that where I could actually just, nap a little bit without like full on, sedation. Just
Well, that's called laughing gas, but that doesn't work for you.
No, laughing gas does not put you out. It just it's supposed to relax you. That's it. It's like taking a Valium or something, probably.
Yeah.
So what would you want then? Like an Ativan before you went? You could always take an Ativan at home before you went to the dentist.
And you know what? I think they do offer like that or Valium or something like that, probably.
Yeah, just go to your doctor and just say, I need a script of these for before every dentist.
Just come in completely wigged out before they give me a cleaning.
Well, if it makes you so you're not, choking and gagging.
Yeah, but then you can't drive, right?
Why?
Well, you can't. If you take Valium or something, you're not supposed to drive, right?
Oh, no?
I don't think so.
no.
Probably not.
I don't take it, but
Probably not. Probably shouldn't. You can always get it picked up or. Well, did you drive home after your sedation?
No, of course not. Because for that, they specifically say you need a driver.
Okay, well then just get a driver.
Get a driver.
Better yet, just don't go at all. Solves the
it
problem.
looks like you don't go.
Probably. I'm gonna look like a a total hillbilly pretty soon. I'll just have all these jagged.
Or just get them all extracted.
Oh,
And then
perfect.
you don't have to go.
The only problem with that is I'd actually have to go to the dentist to get that done.
Sure.
You know.
It would just be sedated.
I've honestly thought sometimes about, geez, would it be better for me to just get put out, just give me, fake teeth, something that I'll never have to get any work on ever done again?
I don't know.
But I think, no, it's not.
I haven't really seen implants that look normal. Like they all perfect white
Chiclets.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good.
So I don't think that's it. The answer is I've got to find a way to get away from this fear
Phobia.
of phobia of dentistry.
I think Spencer's right. Maybe hypnosis.
Maybe.
Because obviously, as the years have gone by, you've now
It's gone worse.
Yeah, because I think you're kind of just you're self fulfilling that.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's an anticipation.
Yeah,
I know.
You're priming yourself for a bad experience every time.
Oh, I am for sure. I'm absolutely doing it to myself.
Spence, could you play your relaxation music again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I think you're going to have to. Can we
we'll just get
have
Chad.
an old moment?
Yeah, we'll just get Chad calm right now. Let's just go through a meditation.
Oh, you want to do a quick?
Quick little meditation.
Yeah.
Chad.
Is that what you want to do?
Chad, take a deep breath in. Yeah. And let the loving flow
Oh,
away.
you actually have something on your phone? Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Now, Chad, imagine skinny fingers. Not thick
You will
sausages.
not gag. The gagging sensation will completely dissipate.
I'm just
From
getting
your
hypnotized as we go. That's great. If you could do that for like another hour and a half, maybe I would. Maybe I would be.
I'll send you that playlist.
Will you? What's it called?
I don't
No
even
more
know.
sausage finger.
Calm dentistry.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. it's a problem clearly for you.
It is.
And I think for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would imagine there's other people on here that would watch this that would be able to relate. I know certainly Vicky is very much like me. I think I'm worse than her probably, but she's very close, I think.
Does she avoid, excuse me, does she avoid going or does she go?
I think she'll do everything she can to not go. Yeah.
Which also isn't good. Because I've done that. I've avoided it for a few years.
Oh, I can tell with 8 cavities. Clearly.
I've never acknowledged that I had 8 cavities, and I'm not going to acknowledge that.
Oh, okay.
You guys are exaggerating.
I think
All I know is I don't like the needles.
yeah, well, that's tough for anybody.
Like there's some
They don't bug
dentists that
me.
are better than others. Well,
Yeah.
they don't bug you. You like getting a needle in your gum?
I don't like it, but they don't. Mine's pretty good about it. It doesn't
really?
hurt. Well, she puts lidocaine on there first. Does yours
Yes.
do that?
They do that too,
Yeah.
but I don't know. You can still sometimes feel that pinch until like the
definitely
very
do.
first one. Sure, it's gonna.
Yeah.
But then the other ones, I don't feel. Obviously, they're just you know you're going numb. But I hate the feeling of a numb mouth.
Oh, God. Well, the last time I went, because I had so much freezing, I think I told you, I was numb. I went there at 8 o'clock in the morning. I got home at 10:30. So I was 2.5 hours
Yep.
in the chair, filling 27 cavities, apparently. And then my mouth is frozen till 3 in the afternoon.
What you don't know is they were having a contest in the office. Like, so let's see what happens if we pump somebody really just full of this stuff.
Well, I can tell you, you have numb tongue for till 3 in the afternoon.
Wow. Maybe they just.
Actually, sorry, Chad. Have they ever given you freezing, and then accidentally they hit must have a tongue nerve, and it made your tongue?
Well,
Oh, yeah, my
I don't-
tongue's
my
been
tongue
numb.
frozen. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, for
100%.
And I know they try not to do that, but I know the one time they did it, and I could feel like the prick in my tongue. And then all of a sudden I was like completely, I felt like I couldn't even feel my tongue. Like I might be choking on my tongue.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. You feel like you could swallow your tongue or
Yeah,
something.
it was
'cause
very
it's so
strange. I
numb,
didn't like that at
I'm sure
all.
they try very hard not to do that. It's got to be tough. There's got to be a ton of nerves and stuff inside the mouth there that they're trying to avoid.
Oh, I can imagine with you, it's incredibly tough because they're trying to get their hands in there. And you're like,
Yeah, you're moving.
Open your
you're
mouth,
gagging.
sir.
Exactly. Like
It is.
They're saying open it, and I'm probably closing it
Yeah.
so that they can't get their hands in there.
yeah. Well,
know.
but after a while, your mouth gets so sore from opening it
Yeah.
that you're like, I can't go any higher. Like, I can't open it wider. It hurts.
I think there's probably like the floor in front of, where I sit. It probably has like the color worn off the floor because my feet are like slamming on the floor. And I'm like, seriously, I'm probably like this the whole time.
I thought you were going to say there's a little bit of urine on the floor. You're peeing your pants in there.
Yes, that's it.
Could be that too.
So I don't know.
I never knew it was that bad. I knew you didn't like going.
I didn't know
but-
either.
It's just gotten worse, honestly. The last couple of years in particular, it's gotten worse. Yeah.
Well,
I think honestly, some kind of a sedative before you go, just to calm you down, because I think as Spence said, your mind's just going before you even get there.
It is.
yeah. Try value.
I literally, when I get into before I go, I have to say to myself, this is no big deal. You've done this. They're going to be in and out in a half an hour. It's not, if he's going to give you some gas, you're not even going to.
His fingers are not that big.
His fingers are not that big. It's not even going to phase you. And then I go in there and I think, okay, I feel okay. And I sit in the chair and I look at my watch and I'm like, okay, I got 10 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Holy shit, 5 minutes. Oh my God. I'm going in. And then my hands start getting wet and then I'm like rubbing them on my jeans. And then I kind of do this and I look at my hands and my fingers are wet. I'm thinking, holy cow. My body just takes over. And then I start like, oh God, I'm going to gag. Probably he's not going to listen. He probably won't give me enough gas. And then, all of that stuff just starts, self-fulfilling sabotage.
Well, Chad, how can we help?
The ohm stuff you were doing there, that
works.
probably, if we could do like 45 minutes of that.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah, just call me
Pull it
next
out.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, next time you go to the dentist, just call us and Wade and I will put on a little playlist for you.
I appreciate
Help
that. Yeah. Well, anyways, you maybe didn't know it was that bad, but it is that bad.
Yeah.
And I was curious about you guys, and I guess Wade, obviously you have a little bit of it, but
I don't have anxiety. I just really dislike
Don't
it.
like it, yeah.
I dislike it. Yeah. I almost get irritated. Yeah.
Well, I hope that one day I will not be that way. And again, as you said, Wade, to all you good dentists out there, it's not about you. It's about me.
Yeah.
I know that.
Stay tuned when we have the GoPro. And you'll be able to see
I so want to do that.
a live action shot.
Can you imagine?
I so want to do that.
I think we should. I think you should
Oh
go in there
my
with the
God.
big gear on and the camera facing.
Just like ask them if we could do a full on.
Yeah. Just so we're doing it for the
Pretty sure they
podcast.
won't let you, but that would
Well, I guess if you blurred their faces or something, maybe they would let you do that. But
Well, so
that would
somebody's
be. I
shining
mean,
at your-
the people film births and stuff. So maybe this would be the same.
I think we should.
Can can they film me getting an extraction?
That
I mean,
is-
that's going to be entertaining for everybody.
that is comedy.
I can assure you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll definitely set that up.
Yeah, that's a Seinfeld episode right there. Anti-dentite.
Oh, that was a good topic, bro.
It was. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So a little bit different. I was thinking about it. I don't know why I was thinking about it, but
Because you're still thinking about
you
it
gotta
from
go
the
to
last
the
time.
dentist.
probably
Another
my
month?
hands are sweating getting ready for the next.
Chad's got an appointment a year from now. He's just gearing up for it.
It's probably true.
Yeah.
It's probably true. I am. So anyways, that is White Knuckle Dentistry from my perspective. And I hope one day it won't be that way for me, but it is now. But anyways, Wade, I did want to ask you, because I know today you braved, we talked on the last episode about our sponsorship with Wild Finds Worldwide.
Yeah.
And they gave us some mushroom coffee. I know I called it tea the
did.
entire last episode, but today you ventured into a cup. So tell me what
did.
you got going on over there, Wade. And maybe you might have to pick that up so it can be seen there.
I don't know if you can see it. Can
Oh,
you
yeah,
see
just
it?
lift it up. Yeah, it's not focusing too well, but yeah, that's okay.
It's called
Dojavi.
Dojavi.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a mushroom. It's got coffee, obviously, and it's an instant coffee with mushroom in it and some other things, some vitamins. It's a healthy coffee.
What kind of mushrooms are in there?
Reishi.
Oh, reishi mushrooms.
No, that one's got a bunch of different ones in it, doesn't it?
No,
Has that got like lion's mane and stuff in there?
I think it's reishi, but I'll be honest, I can't read it because it's small print.
Okay.
But it's not bad. I mean, it's
Yeah,
got a bit of a coffee flavor to it, but it's smooth. Like if for those that are concerned about tasting,
Does it
overly,
taste like mushrooms? That's
No.
what I want to know, because I'm not a mushroom guy.
No,
but-
and I know they said this was earthy, and it is a bit more earthy, but it doesn't taste bad at all. There's no strong mushroom taste. It's just a smooth beverage.
and it's smooth.
Yeah.
Is it like full flavored?
Again, I don't think I like really strong coffee, and
Okay.
I don't taste a lot of strong coffee in it. But I guess I could always do more than one packet if I wanted to. But it's just one packet and a cup of water. But no, it's smooth. It's fine.
Well, I appreciate you trying it out, because I am going to try it. But you know me and mushrooms, it's probably getting close to the dentist for me. But I will give it a go.
We'll put the GoPro on you when you have the mushroom coffee.
Yeah.
Too.
Yes, yeah, we could do that too. But
Anyway, yeah. Thanks to Well Finds for providing this for us.
yes, thank you for trying it, Wade. So, anyways, if you want to check out what Wild Finds has got going on, you can go to Wild Finds Worldwide. They've got a code ProBROknow, which will give you, I believe, 15% off, if I'm not mistaken. So I encourage you to go look at it. It's all natural Canadian made products. So
It'll also give you free sedation dentistry with that code.
oh, fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic, extra gas.
Yeah.
All right. Until
Anyways.
next time, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks,
we'll see you
guys.
next week.
Appreciate it. We'll see you next week on ProBROknow.